It's really hard to do that, but it started to peel off, and I looked at him, he looked at me, and are we doing the wrong thing? So we started praying in the middle of 2019 for 6 months. We didn't sleep, and we are great sleepers. We didn't sleep. And then in the beginning of 2020, we said,
Yeah, so understand this, guys. So here's another thing. If you talk to broker owners, so one of the things, if you don't know, I actually took a position at the company. And my wife says to me, wow, 20-something years, you finally got a job. I didn't want the position, but I am director of broker strategy. So my job for you guys is when you have a broker owner, come to me, because I speak their language. So what Angela was alluding to from the standpoint of we couldn't sleep, you have to understand, number one is, we were closing, the crossroads were, we had to close our company down. Nobody was paying us. I had a company that was valued at about $10 million. $10 million. And I could go out, we had offers from other brokerages that wanted to buy our company, and we turned them all down. So the decision for us, if we were to go to EXP, is close the brokerage down and start all over.
so let me tell you something. When we closed our brokerage down, our agents were pissed, right? Were you pissed? He was at our
Hey,
brokerage.
that's one of my top agents.
He was pissed. There were a lot of mad agents, and out of 906 agents, only 300 came with us when we started.
So the industry laughed at us. They number one said, these guys out of their mind.
Yeah.
This is a catastrophic fail. But you know what? Here's the thing, as leaders, you have to make decisions most people don't understand. If you're a true leader and you understand everything you're doing, it doesn't matter what the followers are saying if you believe this is what's best for them. So leadership, you have to make these tough decisions. And so here's another point I'm going to tell you when you speak to broker owners. Broker owners love to say, well, Chuck, I care about my agents, so I don't want to make a decision if they're not all on board with it. And I look at them, I go, what kind of leader are you? That you're letting them, who aren't the builders, who aren't the owners, who don't see the vision, decide for you. You see, as a leader, there's a difference between leading people because you believe what's best, and there's a difference between being a people pleaser. You see, what they're really saying is, I want to be a people pleaser because I don't want to get shit from anybody. Well, we got crap. Mike, you can attest to it. Did we get some crap from agents? Oh yeah, the agents who were pissed, who didn't come, we sold them out. We were only looking out for ourselves. You know, this, that, and every negative thing. But guys understood, we believed, we knew in our heart that we were making the best decision. No, I'm not going to lie to you. The best decision for me and my family, but also was the best decision for them and their families. Whether they see it or not is irrelevant. So we made that move, and we thought it was catastrophic.
So wait, I gotta tell you a funny story. We closed up 2 weeks before the pandemic hit, and later, people said the stupidest things to us. Here's one stupid thing. Oh my gosh, you guys, how did you know that was coming? You made like a really great decision to go to a virtual company. I'm like, yeah, we're that smart. We just knew what would happen.
I was that smart.
So anyway, the great news is we want to talk to you today. We want to answer your questions. We made the move. It was really scary. You know, if Chuck and I can make that move with so much at stake, with so much criticism and so much behind it, and we are so grateful that we made that change. And so, by the way, some of those agents came back, thank God. We want to encourage you that when you're talking to agents, team leaders, broker owners, you first have to level up your belief, which means if you don't dive into what EXP offers, and I mean everything. I don't just mean the training, I mean the future opportunities, the stock, the health insurance. You should jump on the Calendly link for the health insurance and see what that would do for you and your family. It may not work for you, but at least you'll know. There's so many things to learn, and as soon as you get excited about this company, with these eyes, we have something that might be way better for you than where we're currently at. And it may or may not be true, but it's, like he said, when your passion is up, the way that you speak with these agents are going to be a lot different than maybe you're talking now.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I had an agent that had moved over, and he gets in and he goes, I want to attract agents. I want to build residual income. Just like, you know, when I ask, who wants to create financial freedom? You raise your hand. But then again, when I go and show you what it takes to get there, you're like, oh crap, I don't do that. So this is a true story. So this agent gets in, because that's what he wanted. He was a bit older, and he goes, I want to create residual income. Great, this is what you do. Get him everything he needs to do. And it's a lot of work, guys. This is not easy. You know, when people say, I want to make $100,000 residual income, think of what you're really asking. You want to make more money than most people in the world make for a living, and you want to make it residual, but you don't want to put it out. So I gave this guy the blueprint to be successful in attracting agents. So he follows up with me a couple of weeks later. I go, did you do what I tell you to do? No, he didn't. And then he says, so I said to him, what do you say? He goes, but I talk to agents and they're not willing to come. I go, what do you say to them? And he goes, well, I tell them, you go to EXP Realty and you're going to create financial freedom. And I said, how's that working out for you? Then he goes, well, I'm not there yet. I go, how the hell are you selling something that you don't even believe in? You're not even experiencing it. You see, that's the difference. Now, here's the funny part. He left EXP Realty and said, that company sucks.
It doesn't work.
Hey, don't let the door hit you in the ass. That's what I gotta say. Guys, when she says this, when you want to sell something, you have to be passionate about it. Remember what I said. They need to believe you believe what you're saying. How many people in here ever gone to a really good restaurant? You go in the restaurant, the service is incredible, the food's incredible. What do? You actually tell other people. You do. And you know, you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, you gotta check this place out. It was unbelievable. Why? Because you experienced it. You tasted it. You felt it. You were in that ambiance. You're sitting there passionate. Why do you tell someone else? Because you want to help someone else. You want somebody else to experience what you just experienced. That's why you do it. And here's the funny part. The next time you go in that restaurant, I can guarantee the owner does not walk over and go, oh my gosh, thank you for something and all these people. Dinner's on us tonight. No, you do it. Why? Because you're passionate about the experience you just had. So I challenge agents all the time. If you're not passionate about your experience in EXP Realty, you gotta get passionate about it. You gotta know every little piece of it. I go around, we talk this all the time whenever we speak to large groups. I go, how many agents actually go on eye conversations every week and listen to eye conversations? You know, I had somebody say to me, well, what's an eye conversation?
There's your first problem.
Number one. Because if you're not experienced the level of training and the level of support, guys, we did not close down a $2 billion a year brokerage on a whim. We looked at every piece of this company and said, that's what I want to be part of. That's what can get our agents to the next level.
So let's give them some. Okay, so we want to give you some practical tips. Obviously, this is a big question, how you do this thing called agent attraction, but you can bite off a little bit and start from somewhere. So he's already given you a couple of good tips. You've got to be passionate about your product, right? And then there's this thing called a value proposition. And this is where we come up against roadblocks when we're talking to agents, because people say, well, I don't have a value proposition. And I guarantee you, everyone has a value proposition. It may not look the same as somebody else's, but you can develop it. And my practical tip about finding your value proposition is discover the things that you enjoy doing. I don't care if it's social or business. Discover the things that you enjoy doing that you're willing to invite other people into. Because just like you're an agent and you need to find buyers and sellers in order to increase your production, and you need to build a relationship with those people, it's the exact same thing with agents. You have have to find ways to ask people to enter into relationship with you based on the way God has wired you. So I don't care if it's hiking or working out or books or gardening. God, I don't do that. Or, business strategy calls. Right? And so, you find those things that you have passion and you're willing to invite other people into it. And then here's the turning point. You have to put process and procedure around that. That means you should dedicate time and thought and effort into saying, how am I going to effectively invite people in? I'm going to give you an example. He already told you, we're not social. So I invite people into things like business strategy, or, I want to help you increase your production, for example. And so I find ways to find people who want that, and I've developed time and process and procedure around that, so that once they see that I am invested in them, and then they come to a point where they go, you are more invested in me than my own broker, right? And then that's where things start to get open.
Yeah, look, guys, look, we got this industry at a level most never seen. Running a large brokerage, I knew most of the owners out there. I know how brokerages operate. There are very, very, very few brokerages that really offer their agents much. They just sit there because they're comfort, or they don't trust if they're going to say something. So what Angela's saying is when you come alongside these people, they literally will say to you, my own company doesn't offer that. So I'll give you a couple of really solid tips that you can actually walk away. I don't care if you're brand new in real estate, sitting here today, I will give you some pointers how to walk away, how to attract agents, because that's one of the big problems. Agents go, how do I attract agents? Because what you do not want to do is just blabber EXP Realty.
Yes.
That is not the way to attract. Now, EXP Realty has a lot of stuff, but that's what you got to get them to bring in. So here's one pointer if you guys want to do it. And this is actually what I told this agent to do, and he didn't do it. So we have a tool called KV Core. How many people in here use KV Core? Now, I get pushback. Some people say, oh, it's a good system. Some people say it sucks. Here's what I'm going to say. Every system out there has its pros and cons. Every one. But I guarantee, if you master that system, working the CRM part of it, working the lead generating part of it, I'm talking master. Devote the next month, day in, day out, in your mind, here's what you want to say. I will be the KV Core master. Does it mean it's the best system out there? Absolutely not. But I will tell you, out of 1,600,000 licensed agents in the United States, I can guarantee 95% of them do not work with database. Because they don't know how, and there's nobody to teach them to do it. So, if you master KV Core, here's what I will guarantee. I will guarantee you're going to first go, holy crap, this thing actually generates leads. If you know what you're doing and do it consistently. Then you're going to say, oh my gosh, working a database, I'm actually getting business from it. Your business will change. But the second part is, could you imagine now, when you start marketing yourself and say this, hey, if you're interested in generating 10 leads a month without costing one penny, I'm looking for 10 people to coach for free. And you watch how many agents all over the country reach out. Everybody looks for the magic pill.
Wow.
Now they're going to reach out. Now once again, if you master KV Core, can you teach them how to do that? What do you think the answer is? Yes. Their own brokers don't do it. And now they go, wait a minute, you're going to coach me for free? Yeah. But here's what you got to do. You got to go buy KV Core, and it's $500 a month. And they go, I want to buy that. Oh, how about this? What if I can coach you for free and give you KV Core for free? They go, oh my gosh, I'm interested. Excellent, this is what you have to do. Sign up with EXP Realty, it's $85 a month. You get the system and you get me, and I'll teach you everything you need to know how to build a business. And I swear, you see, did I mention EXP Realty? No, it's the tools we provide. That's only one snippet, guys, of the things you can do. That will work flawlessly. Flawlessly. And you already have the tool for free. So there's my tip for the day, guys. That's what you do. help agents change their business. We are in a great market to do that. Because when the market's hot, you just fog a mirror and you can sell the real estate. Now people are actually needing to know how to sell, and they're not getting it from their brokerage.
So here's another tip that you guys, every single person can do. And the beauty of EXP is when you take these kinds of tips and you apply them, when you get excited because your business changes. And when your business changes, you should be very loud about the fact that EXP changed your business, right? Get rid of your ego, point to EXP. But here's another example. Let's say you are genuinely interested in improving certain parts of your business. Seek out on EXP Cloud, right? Go find some training in the world that helps you improve. And then once you go to one of those classes, get excited about the material if you are genuinely excited. If you learn a few tips, post about it. Or send it to some people that you want to build a relationship with, saying, you know what, I went to this really great class and I thought of you. I learned these 3 things. I wanted to pass that on to you so you can improve your business with that. And if you do that consistently, not only are you improving yourself, but then there again, that person's gonna go, you're investing more into me than anyone at my own company. Let's talk.
They'll be like, where are you getting that information from? And you say, well, that's my metaverse that I have the top agents in the country teaching. And then they go, well, how do I get that? Do you see, guys? Be intentional. Look, here's what I'm telling you. It's a lot of work. It's a constant grind. Nothing's easy. But when you invest in yourself and you do it, you will reach that financial freedom. So we went from growing 15 years, growing a brokerage to 906 agents. And I went from 3 years to growing an international business of almost 8,000 agents. Praise God. Here's the cool part. Any one of you can do it. Guys, when we speak on stage, we don't speak on stage because we have to or they're asking us to do it. I speak on stage because there's one other reason why we closed our brokerage to come to EXP. It's because God said, I told you to be a servant. And I get to touch lives all over the world now with this tool and system that I believe with all my heart, any one of you sitting in here can reach financial freedom. This company is capable of doing it with any agent. The opportunity's already there for you. You just have to put in the time and the energy. It's a lot of work. Here's the crazy part. We're at a level of success that's mind-blowing right now. And me and her, as my best friend and partner, we work 7 days a week because we love what we do.
Wow.
And it's funny how most people want something, and then I go, show me your schedule. And they won't even show them because they're embarrassed by it. Guys, that's what this company's capable of doing. We're here on stage to tell you this is real stuff. This is life-changing stuff if you want it. If you're already at EXP, you already made the decision. You got to go get it. It's a lot of work. So we're here, I guess, to answer questions.
Yeah, we have some time for questions. I don't know if that any, but I don't like this.
Yes.
Yeah, so, first off, like.
Stand up. We'll repeat it. We'll repeat it.
Oh, sorry. Congrats on your level of success. You're definitely where I want to be. All right, when it comes to actually getting in front of other agents, I think you touched on it for a minute, but like, what's the best way to get in front of broker owners who have a lot of pride in the $2 billion, company that they built? Like, what's the best tool to get in front of them?
Excellent.
And not seem salesy?
So it's going to actually sound funny. I'm the tool. And,
You are. I couldn't resist.
That's all right. So that's one of the reasons why I'm at the company, at an executive position. So what you want to say now, it's not easy. Just approaching broker owners. If you don't know them, good luck. I mean, trust me, they don't like to open their doors and listen to people. But if you can, what you say to them is, do not try to go to their level. Because I'll tell you right now, most broker owners are at you and go, even if they humor you, you might go, oh my gosh, that was a great conversation. No, it wasn't. They're looking at you and going, you don't know what I deal with, you don't know what I have. You're just an agent trying to get me over. So what you always want to do is this. It's that what if question. So if I was to go to, let's say you were the broker owner, or what's your name, sir?
Mike.
Mike. And I come up to Mike and go, hey Mike, you know, I see you're successful, you're running a brokerage. What if I could get a guy who built a $2 billion a year brokerage and literally closed it down, and he's having like this incredible, what if I could get him on the phone? He's like my father. Would you be interested in a 10-minute conversation with him? That's what you would do. You
Make sure I get your number before I leave.
We're friends.
All day long.
I have listened to him time after time after time on the phone with broker owners, and it's a different conversation. So we're really serious about utilizing him.
I love talking with him.
He's amazing at it. Absolutely.
I have a funny thing. I can't tell you how many broker owners I speak to that maybe have 30, 40 agents. Look, I'm up on it. That's a good brokerage. They're doing this. They literally, in the conversation, they go, Chuck, you don't understand what I'm giving up. And they go, you're right. I don't make that decision in my sleep. And it's funny because, here's the point. I live and breathe this. I built a company for 15 years. I know every nuance of a broker owner with their thought process.
And pain points.
And their pain points, they all have, trust me.
Is that face to face or you get a contact
Zoom
with
call.
over
Zoom
the
call.
phone?
Zoom call. Unless you live in a really nice place like Portugal,
Oh, Zoom,
or Hawaii there, you're gonna be face to face, but Zoom call.
Second question, is this just independent broker owners or you talking
Any
about one?
broker, which will
good
lead me into my
question.
little segue.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put somebody on the spot. So I'm blessed to have Jimmy Doolin here. Now Jimmy Doolin is the face of Remax. And you know what that
Well, not anymore.
Jimmy Doolin actually was one of the top dogs at Remax, and I had the privilege of me and my wife of getting to meet Jimmy, and Jimmy came over and partnered with us. And Jimmy did get slammed with a pretty big lawsuit. And Remax, they hate us. But here's the thing, it's all said and done, and Jimmy's officially over, and we're blessed to have him. He was just telling me this morning, it was actually funny. Jimmy's the guy that goes to the Remax conventions, that maybe a double or triple hours. Actually, here in the Mandalay Bay, when he couldn't walk 5 feet without someone knowing. And he goes, Chuck, this is crazy. He goes, I was able to walk the whole way up to the counter. And one person stopped me. I said, so, you get to see Jimmy, that interrupts the show now to answer your question. Yes, I will talk to brokerages that are in franchises, but they need to be close to the end of their franchise, or their deal is over, or it's tortious interference. Guys, I'm letting you all know this. You're all susceptible to a lawsuit if you're in conversation with a brokerage that is a franchise that's in contract. So,
Be careful.
Be careful. Yes. Yes.
Hi, I'm Jemima Chucks from Delaware. So my question to you is, what would you advise, for a new agent like me? I started in February, and I want to recruit more people. I ended up getting 5 people this year. But would you recommend going for newer agents or established agents? My second question is, now, what is the one word you would say to a very successful agent that you know that what EXP system has for them will help them succeed better? Because we have great agents in Delaware, but I just know that those, EXP will serve them better. What can I say to them to bring them?
Yeah, Gary.
One,
First of all, she asked, she's new. She asked, she's new. And what should she do? Who should she go after? Look just for pulses. That's it. That's
They
it.
have a real estate license to go after.
And then she asked, what's one word that, he's famous for this, because it's so true.
So
one
I'll
word.
say, I can sum up the answer in real in one word. As a matter of fact, on Thursday, if you come to the main stage in the ballroom, I will talk a little more on this. The one word is called opportunity.
Opportunity,
There's
okay.
no other brokerage out there that offers the opportunities EXP Realty has. Hands down, end of story. So, if I'm just talking to a broker, to a producing agent, to any agent, I go, let me ask you a question. Would you be open to hearing about an opportunity that can literally change your life? And that's your key word. Once again, for relationships, it doesn't work with random people. But if you know someone, say we have opportunities you can't get where you're at. Now, one brokerage offers all the opportunities we do.
Thank you.
So obviously, feel free to say no if you don't want to answer this question, but do you mind sharing like what the gross, what kind of money you're bringing in, what kind of overhead you had, and what it looks like on the other side?
So we asked if I wanted to answer this question.
Go ahead.
And so here's the thing. I actually will answer this question. And I answer this question for a reason. Number one is I have to put a disclaimer out there that it's not typical of an EXP agent that makes my money. I have to do that because we're publicly traded. So I needed that question answered for me to close my brokerage. You see, I'm the type of person that if somebody's doing something, I will do it better. I will outwork anyone. But I just need to see what the opportunity really is, or we blow it straight. So I got to see Kinders at the time and Gene Fredericks, and I do it now also. So I'll fluctuate depends on the time of the year, because I know in part of the brokerage, there's stronger times to others. I'll fluctuate between $275,000 and $400,000 a month.
Wow.
Oh, that's one good question. He asked if I have any overhead. There is one more thing I will add. I do run this like a business. I don't sit and go, hey, great, I'm gonna keep all that money. I carry a large overhead. So I run business, I run training systems, I have actually people on staff. So when we looked at it from running a brokerage, we understood that this is a business. And guys, don't ever forget that. You even forget that in real estate. You penny pinch. It's a business. It costs money to run businesses. Now spend it wisely and know where to put the money. But yes, I do have an overhead.
Yeah, you have to invest in any good business for it to grow and for it to be successful and actually deliver value. We choose to, we do this in massive way, just because that's our choice.
Yeah, I'll go him and then him. So, yes.
Just two quick questions. One is, there's some things I'm doing pretty decently at. There's things that I need a lot of work to open up an home for me so well. Like, I'm not a master at KV Core. I got an idea of how it works. I'm not a master, and I'm listening. I'm like, wow, how can I inspire this? I don't know.